Hey guys, we're here with the one and only Ryan Yu, who topped 8 Toronto Regionals yet again with Labyrinth. How are you liking the deck for the new format post 8 golf?
So I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2 months. I've been taking a bit of a break. But my friend Joey, shout outs to him, he lent me a lot of the cards for this deck. And he also encouraged me to play for fun. He just gave me all the Labyrinth cards and said, like, here, do your best. And I really underestimated how good Arius is for the deck. Like, when I read it at first, I didn't think it was anything special. But it actually makes the deck insane. I think this deck is genuinely, absolutely tier 1, solidly. I think it is a super good Rescue Race matchup. Yeah, it's really just good into everything but Unchained.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. Awesome. Well, I guess before we get to the list, I just want to give you some team stamps, please. Definitely use my code for 10% off. But other than that, yeah.
What's the code?
Hakuna 10.
Hakuna 10. Okay, cool. Thanks, James.
Awesome. Let's get to the list.
Yeah, so I played Brianna, of course. 2 Lady, 1 Lovely. This is all standard. 3 Arius. So this card is something that gets exponentially better the more Labyrinth engine you have with it. So it really just makes sense to play max out on everything. So 3, 3, 3, 3. This is all broken. There's a lot of 3-4 card combo hands where that let you play on your opponent's turn. And it doesn't sound realistic, but it actually happens a lot because you're just maxing out on every lab card. And then I'll quickly explain for those who don't know. So during the main phase, either player's turn, as a quick effect, you can send this from your hand or field, hand or field to the grave. And you can either special summon a fiend from your hand, or you can set a normal trap from your hand, and it can be activated that turn. Then in the grave, whenever your opponent responds to the activation or effect of any Labyrinth card or any normal trap, you summon it back. So it's basically impossible to stop this from coming back. And that's really good because you can use the effect from the field, which I just learned. And this with Ariana makes a Chaos Angel, so it actually helps for breaking boards. Hit traps, 3-3, standard, these are both good. Big trap, broken, this card's broken too. And this card's really good. This is absolutely mandatory this format. Against Rescue Race, this just destroys them. They can set forward Turbulence, it's fine. Just activate this, pop everything. They can't interact with it. Oh, wait, we should clap.
Jonathan Pascala. In 3rd place, Ryan Yu.
We just finished 3rd place, baby.
Alright, so real quick, that's going to be James next time on that list. He was my only loss today. I think Despia is a little bit of a bad matchup, but he was a good match. So James next time. Traps, 3 big welcome. Thanks to Joey for getting me the ultis. 3 welcome. Normally you play 2 in the furniture deck, but you play 3 because you want to combo with Arius in the furnitures. 3 imperm, good hand trap, and then 1/1. So this one is the general one that you would use against stuff like Rescue Race, all the aggressive decks. This one I think is optional, but I really wanted it for Dragon Link and Unchained because this is super impactful against those decks, and those are both ref matchups. So I was really happy with the main deck. I wouldn't change anything. Extra deck, 1 Relinquished Anima, 1 Clara Anushka. So these pair with SP. So because there's 3 clocks, Anima's actually really important. When you Nibiru them, for example, you put the token in the Anima zone. People also just play into it randomly. And you can make this with clock when you're linking up into SP, so you get the on-summon banish. And then this is just, it turns any normal summon into making SP a better card. So normal Ariana, for example, add Lady, summon Lady, main phase 2, Clara with Ariana, SP. So this actually just comes up, I'll explain what I liked about the extra deck. I think it was mostly perfect. These were all super good. All of these came up. 3 Muckraker and 3 Angel. Standard, you need 3 of each. The reason I don't like the Unchained version of this deck is because it adds 2 bricks. I also think you don't need extra disruption. You don't actually have to stun your opponent from playing completely. Usually against Rescue Race, I would let them resolve Turbulence and hold the interaction for a soul or something so they can't Baron me. And then it doesn't matter if they set 4, you can just grind them through it with your field spell. So that's kind of a hint as to how you're supposed to play this deck without the Unchained cards. I also just think the extra deck is too tight. All of these cards are way too good to play any of the Unchained engine. 1 Dark, 1 Unicorn, 1 Goddess, 2 Typhon. This card's broken. It's a Fiend, so the Welcome Lock never affects it. This might be the best deck for Typhon. You absolutely need to play multiple of these. This won a lot of games. Dark was super good, behind, maybe in front of SP actually, behind Muckraker and Chaos Angel. This card was the best card in my extra deck because you can crash it and add Chandelier or Clock. So it comes off a lot when you brick, or when you get hand trapped in Ash, and you get caught off of engine. I'm going to play 2 of this in the future. The card I would cut for the second one is Unicorn. In theory, this card's fine, no complaints, but it's not as valuable as the second Dark in case of extravagance. Then one Goddess just for dumb stuff, so you can link it off, and it's a Fiend, so it's super easy. Sorry. Futurist Worms. This was for Tearlament, the Mirror Match, and Unchained. That's the one. And Dragon Link. Yeah, this got super good. No complaints. It was good every time I saw it. 3 Valor. It's just extra cards against all the decks that are really bad into effect negation, like Rescue Ace. This is super good into Despia. Like you can side it against Infernoble, and you just want to pair hand traps against a lot of decks going second. And you would be like siding out. Usually I side out like 3 Arius, 1 Welcome, 2 Clog, because that engine's really good going first, and it can be good going second, but you kind of have to high roll a bit. So when you want like the guaranteed hand traps against a combo deck, you just take those out. 3 draw combo decks, especially Infernoble, Minidium, mainly Minidium. Gamma and Driver. I don't actually know if this is good, but someone said like, hey, it'd be funny if you played Gamma because it's at 1, so I put it in my deck. I drew Driver a couple times. I never activated Gamma. Feather Duster for Rescue Ace. This card's good. I didn't activate these 2, but I'm pretty sure they're good. Barriers for like Purely and Despia. This for like Mathmech, Sprite, Flunder, also Flunder. In general, you can also side this in against Rescue Ace. Like you hit their spells, and you get hand knowledge, and then you know how to interrupt them properly, and then even if they have like 4 cards in hand still, it doesn't matter. But that was the deck.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the deck profile. Any last shout-outs?
Yeah, shoutouts to my family, of course. Shoutouts to all my friends. Shoutouts to Hack for the sweater. This is insane. I think he's going to drop new merch soon, so make sure you get it. And shoutouts to my team, Team Raid and Trade. They're a card store in Europe, so if you're over there going to order cards or something, then make sure you check them out.
Awesome. Thank you.